play, 61 yards in a minute 39. Joe Rosenbrock scores from 19 yards out on a run right up the middle. The extra point was good, and we're deadlocked at 28. So, Dave, this amounts to essentially a 22-minute and 14-second game, and the Bee Diggers have just got to do their thing. They've outscored Weld Central 28-8 since falling behind 20-0.
Yep, they've done a good job of shoring up, fixing some of the mistakes they made early, and they've done a good job at taking the momentum away from Weld Central. But, this was critical right now to shut them down.
Yeah, so Scott didn't have to kick it off. It'll be Travis Siebers and the very dangerous J.J. Steeris back to receive, and wind is picking up. It's certainly dropping temperature-wise. And this is a kick towards the sideline, bounces at the 30, and it's out of bounds. Not a good kick at all by Godinus. It'll be excellent field position for the Rebels.
Rush is trying to play the same kind of kicking game that Weld Central's doing, trying to keep the ball away from Steeris.
And the wind has definitely picked up, which we'll see if that's an advantage at all for the Bee Diggers defensively. That affects the passing game of Weld Central. They're started at the 35 with 10:14 to go in the third, deadlocked at 28. First possession for the Rebels in the third quarter. Garrett Page and Eli Hollister in the backfield. There's to give to Hollister right side. He slips out of a tackle, then he is drilled at the line of scrimmage. He slipped out of a tackle in the backfield, then was driven back. Boy, what Bee Digger made that hit? That might have been Kyle Muir laying the wood, along with a couple of other Bee Diggers. 2nd and 10 for Weld Central.
You bet. I think Muir was the first one there and put a pretty good hit on him. But I'll tell you what, there was a lot of other Diggers there ready to help gang tackle if he couldn't finish the job.
2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Weld Central on their own side. Steeris is going to roll to his left, holds the ball on his hip, takes off with the football. He's got speed to the 40-yard line along the right side, and he slides to the 45, close to a first down. It'll be a gain of 10. If he's short of a first down, then he's only going to miss it by inches. But J.J. Steeris using that athleticism to engineer the ball down the field. It is a first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, he did a great job at turning on the afterburners. When he took off, he kind of had to run through the middle of his pocket. He had to run past a lot of traffic, and the Diggers were picking up, the defensive line was picking up a lot of ground there on that line of scrimmage, but they just ran right past him as he headed upfield.
See Mike Boehm at 216 Edison Street in Brush, the Farmers Insurance Group. 1st and 10 for the 45, slice in motion to the right, and Steeris will take off with the ball. He's got a yard to the 46 after faking it to Schleiss. Almost looked like a little bit of a busted play, but it's only a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 to go for Weld Central. Joe Rosenbrock was in on the play, and Daniel Soto was the first one to make the hit.
It was it's like he faked the handoff to his running back and then tried to follow him up the hole, but the Diggers just closed that down in a hurry.
2nd down and 9 for the 46-yard line. The game deadlocked at 28. Steeris rolls to his right, wants to take off, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked back at the 44. One Bee Digger got in there. That might have been Kyle Muir again, wrapping him around the waist and throwing him down. A loss of 3, and Daniel Soto in there as well. 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Muir, once he got a hold of him, there was no way he was getting away. It was a sure tackle, kind of a double leg out there.
Hollister is out. Garrett Page is in. Now the Bee Diggers have got to stop this Weld Central quarterback, J.J. Steeris, in that passing game, or he could take off. 3rd and 12 with a football at their own 43-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the third, tied at 28. In motion to the left is Hoff. Steeris rolls that way. Throws underneath. Wide open is Hoff. He's got it at the 40-yard line of Brush. He's knocked it bounds at the 35. That could be a late hit, but no flag. No flag is there. The late flag. That's going to be a gain of 27 and tack on 15 yards for a late hit out of bounds against the Bee Diggers.
Yeah, there was just it was a beautiful pass where he's taller and he was behind our defender. The pass just floated right into his arms. He took off running, and then 2 Diggers came over there. He was going out of bounds. They kind of got over there and picked him up in the air and then slammed him down out of bounds about 4 yards out.
Well, that's called unsportsmanlike conduct, but that's really not what the penalty is. I mean, it was clearly a late hit. What I'm befuddled by is why the flag was thrown so late. I mean, the officials right there did not throw the flag.
Yeah, the official that was there didn't throw it, but the official that was in the middle of the field, he might have had a little bit better angle from where he was standing so where he could see where the diggers kind of planted him in the dirt.
And again, the Beat Digger defense could not come through on a 3rd and long for Weld Central. This has happened a lot this year, and now Weld Central's in position to reclaim the lead. 1st and 10 from the Brush 20. And the Beat Digger defense come up with a big play. There's the give right up the middle of the page. He's got a yard. He is driven back by Joe Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock does not miss tackles like that, and he didn't miss it there either. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts, as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins.
Time the Diggers start zeroing in on Brandon Hoff. He's been the big receiver tonight.
Hollingsworth, the receiver, to the right. Siebers to the left, 2nd and 9. And rolling to his right is Cirrus, throwing underneath. That pass is going to be caught. Short gain as Joe Rosenbrock makes the tackle at the 16. Was that Hoff or was that Siebers? It was Hoff. Gain of 3, 3rd and 6 for Weld Central.
Again, that was one of those plays where it looked like Cirrus would have loved to throw it downfield, but there was nobody open, and Hoff was just coming across the field. He just, like I said before, he just had his elbow in front and just kind of dumped it at him.
3rd and 6 for the Beat Diggers 16. The Beat Diggers scored on their opening drive of this quarter, a 19-yard run by Joe Rosenbrock, but Weld Central's attempting to counter here. In motion to the left is Hoff. Cirrus rolls to his left. Pressure coming, throws off his back foot. Pass is incomplete. Broken up at the 10-yard line by Tanner Morrow off the right hand of Brandon Hoff. 4th and 6 to go for Weld Central.
That was probably the worst pass of the night that Cirrus has thrown. Hoff was able to reach out with his right hand and touch the ball, but it was really one of those things where Cirrus had to throw it a little bit before he wanted to because of the pressure from Weiser, and he just threw it outside a little bit.
Well, and the Beat Diggers have got to come with pressure right now. 4th and 6 from the Beat Diggers 16, approaching the midway mark of the 3rd. Weld Central will go for it. In motion to the left is Hoff. Cirrus will roll to his left. Stops. Goes deep over the middle, back of the end zone. That's going to go out of the end zone. And the Beat Diggers will take over on downs. Brandon Hoff was the closest rebel, but C.J. Kukas had a better chance to make that catch, and the Beat Diggers took over.
Yep, a good break by the Diggers. One of the Weld Central receivers was wide open over here on the sideline with enough room for a first down, but Cirrus didn't see him, and he was, again, he's out there coaching his receiver, telling him which way he wants him to run in that situation.
All day, the Beat Diggers have got to carry a lead into the 4th, and they can do that with a nice, slow, long drive here. They have got 84 yards to go, but the Beat Diggers have produced a big play many times this year. 1st and 10 from their own 16. And we got a bunch of flags down. Garcia with a hard count. I wonder if that ball was snapped prematurely.
Yeah, I think it was snapped again a little bit too soon. And those Weld Central guys were coming right after it. You know, if it was snapped and the ball moved, the Diggers are lucky that the Rebels didn't jump on it.
Here comes Skylar Seawald. Now Brush will have a 1st and 15 for the 11. And this is something the Beat Diggers are not used to in this game because they've had very good field position for much of the game, but not right now. Weld Central took that football nearly all the way down the field. 1st and 15 for Brush at their own 11-yard line. Garcia's going to hand it off to the deep man. Weiser running right through the middle across the 15, lowering his head and shoulder and getting tackled at the 16-yard line. The gain of 5 for Connor Weiser. John McIntuck, sophomore defensive lineman, makes the play. 2nd down and 10 for Brush. No reason to panic here.
But the Diggers just need to keep on pounding that football and try to break the back of this Rebel defense.
2nd and 10 for the 16-yard line. 3 in the backfield. Morrow, Weiser, Rosenbrock. Garcia has the snap. Leg left. Has plenty of room to the outside across the 20 to the 25. First down along the left sideline. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40. And then he's down at the 43. Eric Garcia with a big play for the Beat Diggers. A gain of 27 and a Brush first down.
Boy, the Diggers needed that. Garcia just turned on the afterburners out there and showed a little bit of strength as he broke a tackle and took off running again.
It'll be 1st and 10, ball at the...
1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers. At the Bead Digger 43. The Bead Diggers have had one lead in this game. It was 21-20. You'd like to lead by a touchdown and give yourself some room. Actually, by more than one. From the 43 with 3 in the backfield. Garcia to hand it off on the left side, and that is Rosenbrock, who dives across the 45 to the 46. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Looked like one of the men in the secondary came up for Weld Central. Casey Sage made the tackle. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Brush 28, Weld Central 28. A must-win for the Bead Diggers. They don't win this game, their chances of making the playoffs are greatly diminished. On 2nd down and 7. Garcia on the option right will pitch it right to Rosenbrock. He's got nowhere to go. Tries to slip out of a tackle, and he cannot. He's taken down at the 42-yard line. He'll lose 4. J.J. Cirrus makes the tackle for Weld Central.
Cirrus just didn't fall for the fake. He was a little bit quicker, and Rosenbrock kind of stopped and made his move, and Cirrus just shot in there and made a real low tackle. He got in there and got Rosenbrock's left leg and just didn't let go of it.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10. That ball just shy of the 43-yard line. Even if the Bead Diggers don't get a first down, they could change field position. Let's see what they decide to do. Lining up on the right side, only 2 in the backfield. They're split. Weiser and Rosenbrock on 3rd and 10 for the 43. Garcia back to throw. No pressure. Heaves it up the left side. That pass is going to be incomplete. C.J. Kukas did not see where the ball was going, apparently at the 35-yard line. And Fitzalvo looked like he was open down the middle of the field. That looked like massive confusion there by the Bead Diggers, at least on the receiving end.
Yeah, I don't know why Kukas didn't make a play on it. I'm not sure if he knew the ball was coming to him, or maybe if, like he said, maybe he just lost track of it. Because, Weld Central, the field here has 4 lights. The lights are on about the 15-yard line on both ends. And, they do a pretty good job out there, but the sky's awful black.
Brandon Hoff to receive. Perfect snap to Kukas. He gets it off. A very high, fluttering punt. And the Bead Diggers are going to let it bounce at the 32-yard line. Takes a Bead Digger roll, and it's down at the 30 by Skyler Seawald. Well, now let's see what the Bead Diggers can do. Not one of the better punts. Only 27 yards by C.J. Kukas.
It fluttered a little bit. Once it came off his foot, there was never any spiral on it. It wasn't end over end, but it was just kind of shaking up there in the air.
1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 30-yard line.
Now this time, you'd love, critical the Diggers shut the Rebel offense down and not put themselves in a hole.
And motion to the right is Hoff. Pass out the right flat. Hoff has running room, but he's taken down after a short gain. Eric Garcia with the first contact on Brandon Hoff at the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7, as the Bead Digger pursuit was very good along that right sideline.
Yeah, Garcia was out there first, and then Trevor Blake flew in there and got a shoulder pad right on his legs and drove him backwards. So nice tackle there by Trevor.
3:15 remaining third quarter. I'm John Beltran with Dave Uhrig from Keensburg at Weld Central High School. The Bead Diggers and the Rebels are deadlocked at 28. 2nd down and 7. Weld Central with the football at their own 33-yard line. Hollingsworth is the receiver to the left. Looks like Coleman Schleiss to the right. In motion to the right is Hoff, and there's the handoff right up the gut to Page, and he dives across the 35 to the 36. The gain of 3. Skyler Seawald made the tackle.
Again, they just going back to that trap, sort of that sprint draw look that comes right at the Diggers, right up the middle.
3rd and 4. Hollister back in. Hollingsworth is out.
Diggers still in that 5-2 defense.
Another big play for Brush defensively. 3rd and 4 for the 36 for Weld Central. Receivers split each side. Cirrus rolling to his left, wants to take off with the football. Connor Weiser running towards the sideline, but Cirrus has too much speed. A first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. He gains 5. He needed 4.
Yeah, he's just so fast, boy. You saw him. You didn't know if he was going to make it to the corner or not, but once he got there and he turned on the speed, he just ran away from the Diggers.
Well, the problem with Weld Central this year, Dave, has been defense, not offense. I mean, they certainly have enough offensive power. But they are 2-3 in league play, and part of that is because of the defense. because the Beat Diggers have had little trouble moving in tonight, but Weld Central has 21 of their 28 points on offense, and J.J. Cirrus has accounted for their touchdown on defense. Hollingsworth in motion to the left. Pass out in the right flat. It's caught off at the 40-yard line. Spins across the 45, and he's down at the 49. That's a gain of 8. Another excellent play by the Rebels. Tanner Morrow was out there along with Kyle Muir, but 8 yards is too much for the Beat Diggers to give up. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, Weld Central's taking a look out there, and Garcia's playing that corner. He's about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and so they're just throwing those quick hitch passes out there because they know Garcia can't get up there quick enough to pick it off.
2nd down and 2 for the 49-yard line. We've got 1:40 to go in the 3rd quarter, and we're deadlocked at 28. The Rebels looking for the upset for the 2nd time in 3 years. There's a give right up the middle, and maybe a yard for Eli Hollister. He's got a yard. That's it to the 50 before he was driven back. And he was driven back by Joe Rosenbrock, 3rd and 1.
They just tried to run right at the meat of this defense, and the Diggers just don't give up any ground running the ball.
Unless it's Cirrus running laterally, but then again, it's hard for most teams to stop him. 3rd and 1 from the 50. We're under a minute to go in the 3rd. A quick-moving 3rd quarter, deadlocked at 28. Page and Hollister still in that backfield. Cirrus on 3rd and 1 will give it right up the gut. Nothing at the line of scrimmage. I think that was the deep man, Hollister. He is stopped. Again, the middle of the Beat Digger defensive line, and Skyler Seawald got in there. I think he took a lick of his own. 4th and 1. Well, Central figures they have nothing to lose. I think they're going to go for it here. And they're going to have to get this play off before the end of the quarter. There's 25 seconds to go. They're still in the huddle. 4th and 1 at the 50. This could be a game-changing play. Clock reads 12 seconds. Nearly some movement, and there was movement along the Beat Digger defensive line. That'll be an offside, and that'll give Weld Central a 1st down at the Brush 45-yard line.
Yeah, they went with the hard count, and I'll tell you what, if I was going to bet, I would have bet that Weld Central couldn't do that. They usually don't have that much discipline, but they sure did that time, and the Diggers had about 3 guys up there that jumped.
1st and 10 at the Beat Digger 45. Clock is stopped with 10 seconds. Now they'll rewind it. I believe they're going to get this play off. 4 seconds to go. Cirrus up to the line. Play action, rolling right. Beat Digger pressure coming, throwing. Tipped and incomplete. It was tipped, and Tanner Morrow had a shot maybe to pick it off, but he made some contact with Brandon Hoff, so Hoff wouldn't catch it off the deflection. We played 3 quarters. Weld Central 28, Brush 28 on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com.